Hi, I just wanted to come in here. I don't even know where to begin. Welcome. My name is Betty. If you've never seen my channel, if you've never seen my face before, I am Betty. And I had to come in here and talk a little bit about my experience. I don't know if it's a mystical experience, but to say the least, I'm like still kind of shaky of everything. So let me just start by saying that I came to mass about a minute late this morning as I got my kids ready for school. I got them breakfast and everything. I dropped off my daughter, then I dropped off my middle son, and I dropped them off early on time to drop off my oldest on time, which the other school is like about 8 to 10 minutes away. I kid you not, I took a different route, right? And I was like, okay, well, maybe this route will get me a little bit faster. I don't know. For some reason, I took a different route. There were so many options that I had to take to drop off my son. I didn't take any of them. At the last minute, like, should have. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna go this way. No, I'm just gonna go this way. Should I take now this way? No, I'm just gonna take the other way. And then I'm like, I should have taken that way. And I'm like, I should have just taken that street, So anyways, long story short. And we get to the street light to make a left. I kid you not. This street light skipped our light not once, not twice, 3 times. Okay. So I'm like, what is going on? My gosh, is the enemy like not trying to get me to mass? I'm like, what the heck, I'm gonna make it on time to receive him, because in the beginning of the mass, if you're not Catholic or you're not familiar with it, we say the act of contrition is when we think of all of our little sins that we have done throughout like the week or the day before, and so the priest says a prayer, to forgive us for those little sins that we've done, so we can be able to be pure and receive Jesus, receive the Eucharist. I drop off my son. At this point, I'm thinking, great, I'm not even going to be able to receive him, but I'm like, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to go to mass. I'm still going to spend time with him, because, I want to go and sit in front of the Blessed Sacrament after mass. So I'm thinking I'm going to go regardless, but it just sucks because I didn't have breakfast. I was fasting so I could receive him. So I'm like, man, so then what turned to be an 8-10 minute drive to drop off my son, it turned into a 25-minute drive. How? I don't know how. Anyways, I get to mass, and not only that, but mass started like a minute or two earlier, because by the time I got there, they were already on the first reading, and I'm like, what? I get there and I'm praying to God, and I'm asking him for forgiveness for not being able to physically receive him because I was late. So then I ask him if I can still receive him spiritually, even though I wasn't able to receive him physically. So all of a sudden, I feel his presence so much, like almost like this energy, this like a static. I don't know how to explain it, at the altar. And I'm like, what? Usually, I always feel his presence. Always, always, always. As soon as I go into the church, you just feel him, right? This time, it was like times 100. Not only that, but then he gives me a vision of him being at the altar, like, but not like regular, like Jesus in human form. Like, he's huge, like big, 20 feet. I don't know, maybe 20 feet, but he's there. And so then he tells me to pay attention when it's time for communion, right? Oh my goodness. Whew. So the moment that the first person receives him, so I stay behind, and usually if I don't receive him, I'll kneel and just pray and ask him to forgive me for not receiving him or whatnot. This time I sat down, and it was weird because I had like the biggest smile on my face, and probably people are thinking like, why is she smiling? She's not even receiving him, you know? But I'm sitting down and I see the first person that receives him, you know, communion, the Eucharist. And all of a sudden I see like this light, like on them, like on their chest, like a visible light. And I start feeling the presence of Jesus on that person that received him. And same thing with the next person. Same thing with the following person. Same thing for the people, for everyone who was receiving him. And next thing you know, when everybody had received him, well, the majority of the people who had received him, they were kneeling. I could see the light and feel his presence so hard on every single person of the ones who had received him. I said, Lord, I am not worthy of this. I'm still like in shock. Like, who am I for you to show me this? Who am I? Like, I was late and you still, you know? He tells me that if I would have made it on time to mass, I would have received him, that I wouldn't have been able to see all that he has shown me. And I was, wow, crazy, because I was so bummed out. And then it reminded me of why he allows suffering, and that through every suffering he will bless you. I would have never imagined the gift that he was going to give me after that little suffering that I went through in the morning, to be honest with you. And the fact that how everything went down, even my oldest was like, what is going on? Like, why is it taking forever for me to get to school? And what is up with this light? You know, God's timing is perfect. God's timing is truly perfect. Even when you feel the complete opposite, you just know that if you're listening, if you're watching to this message, know that if you are going through something right now, if you are going through a suffering, that there is a light waiting for you at the end of this suffering. We serve a God, not a fast food chain, not a fast food restaurant where you get it your way and you get it fast. Pray, trust, and wait, and know that God will bring you an abundance of blessing for all your sufferings. If you are going through hardship, if you are suffering, if there is something that you are going through, trust in the Lord. Bring it to him, bring it to his feet, and surrender it to him. And ask him for strength, ask him for wisdom to get through the day, for we don't know if we will be here tomorrow. Ask, and you shall receive. Remember, as long as it is his will, it will be done. Hope you guys have an amazing, blessed day. And I hope that this message finds you well. And again, if you have had anything similar experience to this, or I don't know, you just want to talk about it, I guess, feel free to, let me know in the comment section. And may God bless you always. God bless.